Welcome to In Her Shoes, I'm Suzi Dafnis. My guest today is Miranda Bond of Inika Cosmetics, a 100% natural makeup brand that contains no synthetic chemicals, only the finest mineral and organic ingredients. Inika has won numerous industry and business awards and is sold in more than 500 stockists in over 13 countries. Miranda, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about Inika.
Sure. Inika, as you say, it's a makeup brand which is made with only pure and natural ingredients. But the real sort of unique thing about Inika is that we've managed to produce makeup that's still glamorous and sexy and gorgeous, as well as being completely natural and ethical.
And how did the business come into being?
Well, there's a bit of a story attached to that one because it all started with a health problem that I had. For years, I battled with endometriosis, which is a hormone-related illness, and had associated infertility with that, and had been in and out of surgery and tried all sorts of things. And one day, read a book which changed my life. And the book basically said, look, there are more natural alternatives. And Dr Sherrill Sellman, who wrote the book, suggested a three-pronged approach to get hold of natural progesterone cream, to completely change your diet to an anti-inflammatory and organic diet, and to completely rid your home of all toxins. And this was a completely new thing to me because I thought, well, what do you mean toxins in my home? And I learned that our makeup, our bathrooms, our kitchens are full of products that contain toxins, carcinogens, and things called endocrine disruptors. And they have an effect on your hormone levels. And I thought, what have I got to lose? I tried all three things, and 3 months later, I fell pregnant, which, you know, to someone who'd given up ever having a child was a huge thing, as you can imagine. And I sort of made a bit of a pact with the universe and said, okay, if my baby's born healthy and okay, I'm going to completely change my career and change my life and dedicate my life to educating and empowering other women about more natural alternatives. And that's what I did. After my baby was born, I started to give community workshops and lecture about toxins and how to avoid toxins in your home and your makeup, on nutrition, natural approaches to hormone-related illness, and started a not-for-profit organisation. And through that not-for-profit organisation, we formed a website and started to educate women about more natural alternatives. And then women started to email and say, look, we can get natural skincare, we can get natural body care, but where's the natural makeup? Nobody's doing it. And we knew ourselves, because we'd had to basically give away all of our makeup, that there was nothing else out there on the market. And we went, wow, what a great idea. And that was the idea behind Inika. That's how we first started.
What a great, great story. Yes. And most of us don't know that we're surrounded by things that could be impacting our health.
That's right.
How has your product been part of an international change in the way people view cosmetics?
Well, look, we've really pioneered a new genre of cosmetics globally. And that's been because there's been such a shift worldwide where people are more conscious of what they're putting in their bodies and on their bodies, and people are going more organic and going green around the globe. But there was nothing really in the makeup sector that was addressing that need. And when there were some natural brands around, they were very unexciting. You know, it was brown, or more brown. And we thought, you know, where's
brown
the
equals
sexy?
natural.
That's it. But where's the sexy makeup? And so we created this sort of new category of eco-glam cosmetics where, you know, we've created makeup that's absolutely sensational quality and yet is still completely natural and does no harm whatsoever.
And you've got over 80 products in your range right now.
We have.
That's a lot of products. How do
is.
you know what the market wants and needs next?
Look, a lot of market research, and the other thing is that we really try and stay ahead of fashion. We've got an office in the UK, and the UK obviously always get their seasons before us, and they get the catwalks and the fashion, you know, before us. And we use the team over there for a lot of sort of, you know, intelligence gathering. And what we do is we look at the season's colours and trends and fashion, and then what we'll do is we'll put that into sort of, you know, brainstorming, we'll put that into product development and marketing, and we come up with seasonal colour stories, limited edition products, and these come out every season, so, you know, 4 times a year. And then we're always looking at what the trend is and whether there is a gap in the market for an organic way of doing something. For example, one of the awards that we won recently was the Organic Innovation Award for the world's first certified organic body bronzing mousse. And we've also just been nominated for another award for our world's first certified organic liquid mineral foundation. So we look at where things have never been done before and say, is there a need? And if there is a need, then we will try and do that in the most natural and certified way.
And it's wonderful to see an Australian company expanding overseas.
Yes.
How have you approached international expansion?
Oh, well, it's been a bit of hit and miss along the way. You know, we've made some mistakes along the way. But look, very early on, we recognised the fact that we had huge potential globally because there's just nothing out there like Inika. And we recognised that Europe, which had a very developed organic green market, would be a huge potential. And so within a year and a half of launching here in Australia, we launched in the UK, which for a business normally is quite a rapid expansion. You know, normally people would probably wait till it's a bit more bedded down, but we just knew that there was an opportunity. And so we set up an office there, and we've been able to build up a base in Europe from our presence in the UK. And then what we've done is we've really looked at emerging markets where, you know, there is a driver for natural and organic products, and they've been the sort of countries that we have targeted.
I want to talk very quickly about your business experience, because you come from the hectic world of television production and TV consulting, and then you started your own business. What skills, what experience from that previous career has really supported you in driving forward this one?
Sure. Well, look, one of the things which is quite interesting is I haven't got a business background per se. And what I would say in terms of my previous roles is I've been able to utilise it in the areas of things like being highly organised, being very strategic, also in terms of research. You know, there was a huge element of my production role that was involved in research, and that's really helped me, you know, even in the sort of formulative days before Inika, when I was, you know, learning about nutrition and toxic-free living and things like that. So it's really helped me in that stead. But, you know, I'm not formally business trained. And I think, you know, it's one of the things that I really love about Inika is that we've really proven to women that, you know, if you've got a good concept and you've got the right drive and passion and commitment, you can do it regardless of having an MBA or, you know, a degree per se.
Well, that's very, very inspiring. And on that, what other advice would you give women who are looking to start a business?
Look, one thing I really would love to share is an epiphany that I had about a year and a bit into the business, which was when I first started, I used to beat myself up constantly, and I think we women do that a lot.
We're good at it.
You know, we want to be perfectionists, and you know, then if we're not doing something well enough, or if we're not getting it quickly enough, or if we didn't get it quite right, we're really hard on ourselves. And I think that first year and a half were just extremely stressful for me because of that. And about a year and a half in, I had this just complete epiphany where I said, you know, if I keep going like this, I'm actually going to stifle innovation inside the company. Because, you know, my team was starting to see me be hard on myself in that regard, and I think that's a very bad example to set. And from my perspective, you know, I think one of the really big things about innovation is you've got to be prepared to make mistakes. And so we created a culture, we just completely turned it around, where our motto at Inika now is always make new mistakes. So it's okay to make mistakes, just don't make the same one twice. And I think if you adopt that motto, you give yourself a lot less stress, and it means that you encourage, you know, innovation and creativity and trying new things. So that's certainly something that I would like to share. And I think the other thing that's really helped me is using my own sort of network of women, you know, which is what you guys are doing here, which is I love, you know, it's about women supporting other women and sharing experience and knowledge and helping each other. And yeah, I think that's crucial.
Thank you. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for you're supporting women's well-being and their health in a way that traditionally they haven't been able to get that support. So congratulations on your success.
Thank you
and
very
thank
much.
you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.